The borrowed wrapper. The fire crackles softly. An elder clears his throat. Our mothers used to say, "A woman who borrows a wrapper for celebration does not dance carelessly, for the owner is always nearby saying, 'Take care, do not tear it.'" Listen well. There was once a young woman named Adaugo in a certain village, beautiful, hard-working, but poor. Then news came that the prince of a neighboring town was getting married, and the celebration would be greater than any the village had seen in many seasons. Women began preparing immediately. Some bought new wrappers from the market. Some polished coral beads handed down from their grandmothers. Some even began practicing dance steps days before the festival. But Adaugo had nothing worthy to wear. The only wrappers she owned had faded from too many washings. She cried quietly that night. Then her wealthy friend Mamalma visited her. "My sister," she said kindly, "do not weep. I will lend you my finest George wrapper." Adaugo's eyes widened. That wrapper was famous in the village, red like sunset, soft like river foam, decorated with golden thread that glittered in sunlight. Women used to turn their heads whenever Mamama wore it. But before handing it over, Mamama held Adaugo's hand tightly and said, "My sister, be careful with it. Do not drag it on the ground. Do not stain it with oil. Do not dance too wildly. You know this cloth is expensive." Adaugo nodded quickly. On the day of the celebration, the village exploded with music. Drums rolled like thunder, flutes cried into the air. Women danced in circles while men sprayed money proudly. When Adaugo arrived wearing the wrapper, people gasped. Even the old women whispered, "Ah, poverty has hidden this girl's beauty." But as the dancing began, something strange happened. While others twisted joyfully, Adaugo danced carefully, very carefully. When women spun themselves to the drums, she held the wrapper tightly. When dancers bent low to the earth, she stepped back. Whenever excitement entered her body, another voice entered her ear. "Careful, do not tear it." And each time she turned, there was Momoma nearby, watching the wrapper more than the dancer. By evening, Adaugo was exhausted, not from dancing, but from fear. When she returned the wrapper that night, she sighed deeply and said, "My friend, thank you. But today I learned something." "What did you learn?" Momoma asked. Adaugo smiled faintly. "A borrowed wrapper does not allow free dancing." The old women who heard it nodded wisely, because borrowed things come with borrowed freedom, and a person who depends completely on what belongs to others can never move boldly in life. Moral: he who lives entirely on borrowed things cannot act freely or confidently. Or, as our mothers say, a woman wearing a borrowed wrapper never dances with her whole heart.